Well, today I wanted to push myself further than I normally do. We normally bring a lot more gear than this, but today I brought a knife, a folding saw, a ferro rod, a pot to boil some water for drinking, and my .22 rifle. I didn't bring a tent or a tarp. I didn't bring a stove or food. I didn't even bring a sleeping bag. So the goal today is going to be simple: to build a shelter with natural materials, get a fire going, and keep it going through the night so I can stay warm, and hopefully finally get that grouse I've been searching for so I have some food for tonight. Let's get to it. Already starting to sweat a little bit, which is what I don't want to do. My goal is to stay warm and dry. Very much important on the dry side of things and the warm side of things. So I'm going to delayer a little bit here and try to avoid sweating. Moving on. I think this is the spot. All right, other than the clothes that I'm wearing, this is what I'm going to be surviving off of tonight. Pot, knife, saw, ferro rod, and my Ruger 10-22. On top of that, I did bring some extra stuff here for filming. I brought a drone, an action camera, got a light there. I've also got with me a Garmin InReach Mini satellite communication device here. I am way out of cell reception, so I can text Jenny or I can hit the SOS button if it really gets serious and hopefully get rescued. The other thing I brought is a trauma pack because it'd be kind of stupid not to bring something to stop bleeding if I was to cut myself down to the bone. I don't like to die, so that's the goal there. All right, and the two last things I brought with me are a headlamp and additional protection. Contrary to popular belief, bears do not necessarily stay in hibernation all winter long. They can and do get out of hibernation and roam about, and I refuse to be a victim, so I've got additional protection with me. Oh, ow, always something right in the face. This is gonna make some good fire starter. So I think my plan is to set my shelter up against this tree with a pole going down and some poles leaning across it, and gonna stack spruce boughs up over it. There's zero wind right now, so I don't know which direction to have this thing facing, but I think the way I'm gonna set it up, even if the wind does switch directions, I could flip it to the other side. But chances are there's gonna be no wind through here. It's pretty forested and no wind in the forecast really. Yeah. Well, I'm getting thirsty and I don't have water with me. Got a lot of snow, So I'm gonna clear out a spot, start a fire, and get some water boiling so I can get something to drink here. So I just pretty sure I heard a grouse. I was just processing firewood to get some water boiling, and I heard this. It almost sounds like when your jeans rub together when you're walking fast or something. That's usually a sound that they give out kind of as a warning right before they take off. So pretty sure there's a grouse in the area here. And I don't know if me wrestling around is what tipped it off, but I think I might walk around a little bit here and see if I can find it. If so, taking it. No luck. I'm gonna wait till later. Just before the sun goes down seems to always be the best time, so give it a shot a little bit later. Gonna save this for later. Trying to get as much snow off these as possible, snow and ice. Got a lot more boughs to get. Sunset's at like 4:30 p.m. at this time of year too, so we're pretty limited on daylight, so I gotta get moving. This is going to be a challenge to start a fire, and all this stuff is wet, very, very wet. If I can get it just barely started, the oils in this stuff usually catches pretty quick. Oh, it's like a paste. Whew, it's going to be a challenge. You can see there's pitch up this tree here. I'm going to grab some of that, see if I can get that, because that stuff is super flammable. All right, I got some of that pitch right here, and we're just going to give this a shot and see what happens. Also got some of the underbark there, so. Oh, come on, baby. Oh, I think we might get it. Yay! No! Oh, come on, we're so close. You can do it. You can do it. Come on. Oh. Man, this is a hard starting fire. Man, this fire took a long time to get going. I didn't think I was going to make it happen. I've got a lot of firewood to gather if I'm going to make it through the night. So once I get this thing where I think I can walk away from it for a few, I've got to get back out and gather a lot more firewood. Boiling some snow right now for water, because I haven't had any water since I got here. Needing to get hydrated. So I've got some boughs for my bed, but they've got some ice on them. So I'm going to prop them up here, get them dried out before I lay them down. So I'm not laying on water all night. I can get these close enough to dry without engulfing in flame. Oh, this one's got a lot of ice on it. You can see what I'm talking about there. That would be a wet mess in the middle of the night. When it drops down in temperature, it is going to be a long, long night. Oh, don't want that. So there's about 14 inches of snow around, which adds that much more exhaustive effort to my travels. Should have brought some snowshoes with me, but I like to unnecessarily struggle, so here we are. All right, these spruce boughs are dried up almost too much. When they get too dry, the needles start falling off, but nice and dry. Take that back. Some of them are dry. Some of them are still iced up. God damn it. A fire in the eyes. All right, got the next batch of boughs drying. And Posturpedic right there. Well, if you're liking this video, let me know by hitting the like button below. And if you're into this kind of content, dang, smoke never fails. We do a lot of camping on this channel. Hot tent camping, solo camping up in the backcountry. So if you're into that kind of stuff, we've got several camping playlists on our channel as well. I switched over to the action camera here. I'm gonna see if I can get a grouse. I'm getting hungry and we got about an hour till sunset. Haven't seen any sign of them, so not sure we're gonna find any, but gonna give it a shot. You can see right there some snowshoe hare poop. And there's a trail that I've been following right here that's been running up and down. So if we can't find grouse and we do find a snowshoe hare, I'm gonna take that and cook it over the fire. Well, I'm seeing snowshoe hare tracks, but I am not seeing any grouse. Too low for ptarmigan, and I haven't seen any hares themselves, so looks like we may be going hungry tonight, but that's okay. Probably good for me for once. See how comfortable this is gonna be. Hey, that's not bad. It's definitely warm in here. That fire radiating in here, and this is holding in the heat fairly well, even though it's not got the best. Could be patched up more, but right now I'm comfortable. This is nice. Got just barely enough insulation below me here where I think I'm gonna be good. And when it comes time for bed, I'll just grab all the firewood that I've processed and get it close by, and just hopefully not have to get out of bed to stoke the fire a whole bunch. But right now this is actually quite nice. I think the water is done boiling. Finally can get some drinking water going. Holy crap, I am thirsty. Now we just gotta let that cool down for 4.5 hours. Oh, that didn't work. That'll cool it down quickly. This is so amazing. Just pure silence. I am way out of cell reception. It's just me and the crackling fire, and I love it. But it's gonna be a cold night. It's gonna be a really cold night. Forecast said it's supposed to be down to about 14 degrees Fahrenheit, and we all know the weather forecasts are 100% accurate, so should be okay. Now, when we went to our last tarp camping trip, it was supposed to be 9 degrees, and we woke up at -2 degrees Fahrenheit. So we'll see how it goes. So it is 5:15 p.m. Spruce bough bed's starting to get a little cold already. So luckily sunrise is at 9:30 a.m. So we only have 16 hours and 15 minutes to enjoy this super comfortable bed. Nice and toasty though. My front side is nice and warm. That fire is nice. The backside opposite of the fire, however, is brisk. Yeah, it's going to be a long night, that's for sure. Turned the light on here just because my camera's not picking it up good enough with the firelight, so I don't want to get this thing blazing and burn through the firewood that I've collected too fast. I also got my pot and realized I had tipped it over and spilled about half of the water out of it, so I got maybe a cup and a half of clean drinking water now. Oh man, I haven't been needing that for a while. Time to boil some more. All right, hopefully this one doesn't tip over when I cool it down. You know, this isn't a bad little shelter. I think one problem is going to be is when I'm kneeling down in the snow, I'm getting snow on my pants, then they're warming up at the fire and turning into water instead of ice. So hopefully these are waterproof. Guess we're going to find out. Good news is my feet are warm and dry. Everything inside so far is warm and dry, except when I lay on the spruce bough bed. Then the bottom gets cold. I guess the trick is just not to sleep, and we'll be good. Just stand up. Stand up all night. That's the way to do it. It's starting to get cold. I think I'm going to set an alarm for every hour throughout the night. Seems like it's taken about an hour to get down to the point where I add a couple pieces of wood. So yeah, I'm going to wake up every hour. That's assuming I even get to sleep in the first place, but going to hunker down and ride out this cold night. I'll check in with you if anything interesting happens in the night. Otherwise, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Well, it's 8:20, 13 hours and 10 minutes till sunrise. My toes are cold. I'm wearing Baffin Snow Monster boots, which are supposed to be rated to, I forget what they're supposed to be rated to, but my toes are cold. My plan originally was to have this fire long. I couldn't find the right wood to do that, and at this point, if I was to use wood to spread the fire out lengthwise, I wouldn't have enough through the night. I barely am going to have enough to get through the night at this point, but just going to have to take it as it goes and see what happens. Alright, check in later. Well, I made it through the night. I slept, I'm just kidding, I didn't sleep. I might have gotten 5 minutes, maybe, but I couldn't really tell if it was asleep or just me losing it. It is freaking cold. I was able to keep the fire going all night, but I am down to nothing now. And my body is really cold from laying on this thin spruce bough bed. Really tired, but I did it, and I did it without dying, which is pretty awesome. Oh, so some lessons learned on this trip, and that's what this trip was for, was to learn. These spruce bough beds need to be a lot thicker than you think they do. This thing was, you know, maybe 12 inches thick when I first started out, and it's compacted enough over the night that it feels like I'm just laying on logs, you know, branches at this point. So, and ice. So that didn't work very well. Firewood, way more than you think you need. You know, you hear, if you think you need this much, triple it. I would quadruple it, at least in this case. I found myself in the middle of the night several times having to get up and go out and scour for firewood, little stuff too, just to keep it going. So it was a really long, cold, semi-miserable night, to be honest with you. But I learned a lot, and I know next time what to focus on, which is bedding and fire, almost more so than the shelter, honestly. There was no snow last night, and really no wind, so I could have went without the shelter. But anyway, lessons learned. So I think I'm going to end the video here. I normally wouldn't end it just getting out of bed like this, but I am freezing cold, and I need to get back down to my truck and get warmed up, and get home, get some food. So thank you guys for watching. We'll see you on the next one.